How does Illinois law handle executive compensation in high-asset divorces? Illinois courts can treat stock options, RSUs, bonuses, and deferred compensation as marital property when they were earned during the marriage, even if the employee spouse has not yet received the money. That issue can shape the outcome of a Chicago high-asset divorce because executive pay often extends far beyond salary. In Illinois, courts first classify property as marital or non-marital under Section 503 of the Illinois Marriage and Dissolution of Marriage Act. Marital property generally includes assets acquired after the marriage and before the divorce judgment, while non-marital property can include premarital assets, gifts, inheritances, and property excluded by a valid prenuptial agreement. When there is doubt about classification, Illinois courts resolve that doubt in favor of finding marital property. Executive compensation may include base salary, cash bonuses, stock options, restricted stock units, performance stock units, deferred compensation plans, supplemental executive retirement plans, and other long-term incentive plans. These assets can be difficult to divide because many awards vest over time or depend on future performance goals. Illinois law specifically presumes that stock options, restricted stock, and similar benefits granted after the marriage and before the divorce judgment are marital property. That presumption can apply even when the awards are unvested or their value is not yet certain. If an award was granted before the marriage, it is generally treated as non-marital even if it vests later during the marriage. When an award spans both marital and non-marital periods, courts often use a time-based coverture fraction to calculate the marital share. That formula compares the time from the grant date to the divorce judgment against the total time from the grant date to vesting. In stock option cases, courts allocate the options at the time of the divorce even if the actual value cannot be known until later. The court may also consider whether the grant rewarded past work, present work, or future work, and whether it was meant to encourage continued employment or future performance. Because many plans do not allow direct transfers, a court may use a constructive trust so the employee spouse holds the marital portion for the non-employee spouse until exercise. RSUs are handled in much the same way because they promise stock or cash once vesting conditions are satisfied. PSUs can be even more complex because the number of shares may depend on revenue, earnings, or stock price targets that have not yet been met. Bonuses are treated differently depending on whether the employee had an enforceable contractual right to receive them. A contractual bonus earned during the marriage is generally marital property, while a discretionary bonus received after the divorce may not be marital property if the employer had full control over whether to pay it. Deferred compensation earned during the marriage is also subject to equitable division in Illinois. Qualified plans such as 401(k)s and pensions are typically divided through a qualified domestic relations order, while non-qualified plans like SERPs require other methods and can carry additional risk. After classification, the court divides marital assets equitably rather than automatically dividing them equally. The judge may consider factors such as each spouse's contributions, the length of the marriage, each party's economic circumstances, future earning potential, tax consequences, and any valid marital agreements. Tax treatment matters because stock options, RSUs, and deferred compensation can look balanced on paper while producing very different after-tax results. Executive compensation can also affect maintenance, especially in cases where the couple's combined gross income exceeds $500,000 and the court has broader discretion. A Chicago divorce lawyer or high-asset divorce attorney may focus on grant dates, vesting schedules, compensation agreements, pay statements, and tax records to show how each award should be classified and divided. An experienced lawyer and attorney may also work with financial professionals so the law firm can present a clearer valuation analysis and help the law firm protect the client's financial interests. Caesar and Bender, LLP can be reached at 312-236-1500 and is located at 150 North Michigan Avenue number 2130, Chicago, Illinois, 60601, United States.